Welcome to the Prince George's Suite event here at the Fireside room of the Wegmans in Woodmore. We just want to talk about Prince George's Suite. This is the publisher, Raul Dennis, CEO and publisher of Prince George's Magazine and Media. And this is the event. We're having some great time here. We've got the who's who of Prince George's County is right here enjoying and intermingling and discussing. And we're all thinking about what we're going to do to grow Prince George's County, what we're going to do to collaborate and develop. We're all going to come together. And it's going to start here with the magazine here, the Suite magazine, Prince George's Suite magazine is going to lead the way. Excuse me there for a second. Go ahead, Miss Raul.
Larry, you know you're crazy, right?
I am.
We're good. This is going to be a kickoff. This is the beginning of kind of a new era for us. I'm glad that you pointed out the magazine is what people are aware of, what people are familiar with. But we're beyond the magazine, actually. We're a multimedia, multidimensional product at this point. We started off in 2004, 2005 as a magazine product, a lifestyle book. But now we're web, we're digital, we're actually photo, video. We're moving into another dimension because our audience has already done so. And frankly, we find there's such a demand at this point, especially in Prince George's County, as the new frontier of this area. Prince George's County kind of grown up like that, so it's blowing up like that. And so what we're thinking is that there's a demand for this destination information. There's a real thirst from people to kind of figure out what's going on, who's doing it, and by the way, what do they look like when they're doing it? You know what I mean? Because so
what am I supposed to wear? Okay.
You got it. You know you got it. What? So at the end of the day, our whole focus now is to take what we've been doing and elevate it. And we want to have more of a global presence with it. That's one of the things that we're excited about, working with people like Cheryl Wood, who will help get us into that mode. Cheryl has been through 30 states across the United States. She's been in more than 6 countries around the world with her message of self-empowerment. We've been able to kind of foster into that and feed into that and remind people that with all the things that she's done, like many Prince Georgians, she's right here at home. She's raising a family. I mean, I'm not kidding. We're talking about teenagers, okay? She's raising teenagers, and she's taking on the world at the same time. And that's setting a tremendous example for her kids while she's doing it. So when you see someone with that kind of caliber and that kind of character, she epitomizes everything that we're all about at the Suite. And so as we go into this next level, as we go toward this marketing campaign that I'm so happy that LGB is helping us to launch, we are finding that it is the right thing to do at the right time. It's going to be great for Prince George's County. It's going to be great for Maryland. It's going to be great for the region.
That's great.
Did I get it? Are we good?
I think we're good. But I mean, so you're saying that you're here at the right time. This is the right time to connect with Prince George's Suite magazine. So that means not just subscriptions, but you've also saying, come on in as a business owner, come on in as a nonprofit, and tell your story in the magazine. Come on in and collaborate and use you as a resource for other connections to help grow and develop your organization.
You know, at the end of the day, when you have an environment that produces so much as the county does now in terms of destination opportunities, when you have an MGM, you have National Harbor, you have so many things coming online that are attracting to people, what's going to happen is at some point, it's kind of like a theme park, someone somewhere has got to have the gate, the key to that entrance, the key to the entrance to that theme park. And I think it's important for Prince Georgians, I think it's important for Marylanders to have an opportunity at that front gate. And so as people come to see what is here, as visitors and guests come from around the world and around the country to enjoy themselves at MGM, they get a chance, I think, to glimpse at what we have here in Maryland. And I think that this is a great opportunity for us to do that. I mean, let's tell the truth. When you get to a jurisdiction that's at about 1 million people, right, and you've got international brands setting up shop here, eventually somebody's going to want to tell that story. I think it's important for us to tell our own story.
Tell our own story. That's right.
End of the day.
If you don't tell your history, somebody else will remake it and call it their own. So let's go ahead and tell it.
That's a good book.
Not really. No, you want to write your own book. When they write the book, it's a problem.
Okay.
It's a problem.
Okay.
But yes. So, go ahead. So no, I'm just glad that we're here. We're glad to see where we're going.
Right.
We're glad to see where you're going.
Right.
And I think you're right. It's time for us to acknowledge ourselves, acknowledge the magazines, the resources that we have here as we develop and as we grow, and not think that it has to come from somewhere else. But we have excellence right here. And as when our children will become what they see. So we have to put our best out there. We have to make sure that our children and the rest of us see it, because the fact is that we all need a little inspiration every now and again. So as we see each other, it helps us to get up and keep rolling on, and help us to keep up and keep running. So thank you for your stories. Thank you for the information that you bring. You've got some business information in the magazine. You got inspiration in the magazine. You got what to do in the areas and destinations magazine. So when you want to know what to do on Friday night, this website here may be the place to find out.
Take a look at this. If you look at how most jurisdictions like Prince George's County develop themselves and brand themselves, whether it's Miami and its entertainment destination,
Right.
whether it's North Carolina and fast cars and NASCAR and all those kinds
That's
of things,
right.
or whether it's New York and the Broadway Theater. Those enterprises did not come together overnight, and as such, when they developed over the years that they came together, they began to nurture a character, a definition of themselves. Prince George's is kind of in its infancy with that right now. So it's kind of exciting. It's like a pioneering opportunity right now to kind of be connected to that. So when we work through stories and destinations, and we work through stories on our website, we work through stories on our other 6 platforms, then we're finding ways to tell stories in different avenues and help shape that character. So I got to be honest. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be here in the next 60 years to kind of see how it all plays out, but it's going to be kind of cool to have a role in it,
Right.
and help shaping who we're going to become. I think that's pretty exciting.
That's absolutely excellent. Absolutely excellent. So, as you said, that this media company is more than just magazines. We do have the Prince George's Suite magazine. We do have Destinations magazine.
Right.
But I know that you also have media services, which actually I wasn't quite as familiar until I started, poking around this website. So you got media services. But what else have we got going? I think you said something. Am I getting too far ahead? Am I breaking your announcement for the night? I don't want to, steal the thunder. But I've got you here, and, I'm not going to let you go. I kind of got you blocked in here. So if you go ahead and tell me, what else is the Prince George's Suite Media Company up to?
There's nothing like the idea of people moving forward on a destination in the same direction. Right? It's one of the things I love about football. You get 11 guys from completely different parts of the country, but when it comes down to that huddle, they're all on the same page and they're moving downfield. And that's kind of like where we are with this. Most of what we're doing as a multimedia product, right, has to find people where they are, as opposed to attempting to get them to be where we are, right? It doesn't work that way.
That's right.
So with Destinations, for example, it's aimed at the people who are out there who kind of go-getters, the people who are excited about getting out and enjoying themselves. So Destinations is aimed at consumers, it's aimed at tourists, it's aimed at people who just want to have a chance and have a good time. The magazine's a little different. It's aimed at homeowners. It's aimed at business owners.
Okay.
It's aimed at stakeholders. People who are sort of anchored in the area and want to see who's trending, who's going where, who's doing what, and how much money are they kind of putting into those things, okay? Let's be honest. And so when those kinds of things come together, again, about going into that same direction, when those kinds of things come together, then you start to see that destination, that piece, that jurisdiction kind of take a personality and take a character. And for small business, that's a good thing, because it means that I get to touch different aspects of my community all from one platform. For elected officials, it's a good thing, because it means that they get to touch our community from various platforms under the same umbrella. And honestly speaking, it's just a good feeling to know that at some point, every jurisdiction has to have a touchstone, a place that everybody comes to. I don't care where you're from. If you're in Harlem, you know what the Apollo is. I mean, it's just what you do. And everybody feeds in. Everybody gets it. You might not go every day, but you know what the Apollo is. And I think in a lot of ways, I think that's what destinations, that's what the suite, that's what we're offering. We're offering that touchstone for Prince George's County and for the region. I think that's pretty exciting. I think that's something that's very
important. It's very important. It's going to last. It's going to last.
Just seem too excited.
I am very excited. But you know what I'm also thinking is we are here at the Wegmans of Woodmore. If you want to go ahead and give Wegmans a shout out, and I'm going to go ahead and say why, because I'm from Rochester, New York, so I, developed, we helped Wegmans. Wegmans, we kind of nurtured Wegmans, and now they're all over the country, and they are right here, and they are carrying the Prince George's Suite magazine, the Destinations magazine. You got them here, you got them in other locations as well.
Absolutely.
And we are growing. So if you want to talk about your relationship with Wegmans and how you love to get into how other distributors can get on board.
I don't know what else there is to say, Larry. I think you kind of nailed it.
You think I nailed it?
Are you on the payroll
Get
yet?
on board. Get on board.
Payroll?
It's not too late, baby. It's not too late,
Well, I got to be honest. Wegmans has been really good to us. In fact, Wegmans has been good to the county. Wegmans has actually extended itself first and foremost in delivering quality, nutritional food for our community, and that's number one. And that's the most exciting thing that one can say, because at the end of the day, your health is first. Health is first, and what you take in is going to be a reflection of what you wind up dealing with. So that's the first thing. And then the Wegmans brings a national brand to our community, and they didn't just sit on that throne, sort of the ivory castle, so to speak, and rest on their laurels. They extended themselves to the community, and so when a publication like the Suite and Destinations winds up being on their shelves and available to everyone in this region, that's a pretty significant thing.
It's great to see us on the shelves.
It is great to see us on the shelf. And I'll tell you something, as much as I appreciate and applaud the opportunity to be in a number of different venues, what is very interesting for us about the Suite and being at Wegmans is that, as far as I know, we are the only county-based publication to be in a national space. So that's pretty significant.
It's very significant.
It's pretty significant.
I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you, by the way.
Well, thank you.
I don't really get to
Proud
say that.
of you too,
I don't think about that.
We good.
Well, thank you. But I'm real proud of the Prince George's Suite magazine. I'm proud of all this stuff. It's good quality. It's excellent. This is an excellent publication. It's pretty. It's nice to read. It's good, interesting copy. So it's got good, like I said, you've got excellent inspirational stories, messages, information that you can use. So definitely pick one up as you come on through here and you're, sashaying around this Wegmans of Woodmore, because we know why you're here. But you go ahead and pick up one of these magazines before you leave.
Thank you, Larry.
All right, it's good to see you, Raul. Thank you for having us. Thank you for having LGB Productions do this live streaming for you. It is an excitement for us. We're having a great time, and we'll love to continue. We'll be doing more of this in the future. Thank you so much.
You're the best.
All right.
The absolute best.
Thank you.